want a buttercream beamer with an R&B deep slide straight to the pay like a visa. Little titty, little thick thing, keep it. Got a like she shines with Adidas. Ever since a young, I've been.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Saturday afternoon action on the show. It's the Colorado Rockies going up against the New York Mets. Well, Singy, we get to see the most powerful hitter in the league in this one. He's got home run power, baby.
Who doesn't like bombs, boo? This guy has wowed the crowds all season. Yeah, get your popcorn ready.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to go. And today's starting pitcher, Clay Holmes. Tell us about him in that sub-3 ERA, Singy.
Well, anytime you can keep your ERA under 3, you're doing a lot of things right, and you're putting your team in a position to win a lot of ball games as well. And he's doing tremendous out there on the mound. Every time he gets the ball, you expect him to go out there and dominate, and that's what he's been to this point. We'll see how he is today.
Ready to go now? So in now for Colorado, Brenton Doyle. And that misses. And we're underway from Queens. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. And there's one down. Here's Bud Black's lineup for the Colorado Rockies. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and an outfielder is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
Throw to first in time.
Batting third, the shortstop, Ezekiel Tovar.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Ezekiel Tovar. In the air, out towards left center. And that'll do it. Rockies are down quietly. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot at a scoreless ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here in Queens, and on the hill in this one, Jake Woodford. What should we keep an eye on here?
Yeah, and as Whip tells you, he's been pretty effective this year on the mound. I mean, opposing hitters having a hard time getting on base and then being able to really distract him and do damage in terms of getting around the base path. So, for taking the mound, this is a guy you want out there if you're his teammate.
That one ripped right center field. Gone straight into the visitor's bullpen. That's worth the price of admission. It's 1-0. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 home run.
Yeah, you can say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Here's Juan Soto. Tons of pop. Right now, he's 3rd in the National League in homers. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Fly ball center field. Jones under it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. One down. Here's a Mets lineup now. And a key factor for this club in that leadoff spot, Francisco Lindor.
Well, he's an important part of this lineup for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it, Boo. It's somebody that they try to feed off of. He does a lot of things, very well up there at the plate. He's got a presence about him, and, he's a guy that you really kind of like to watch swing the bat.
Hard hit left side. Slings it across.
He's out.
And that takes care of Alonso.
Batting fourth, the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
2 down, bases empty. Now it's the veteran outfielder, Brandon Nimmo. 4th on the National League home run leaderboard. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
1 ball, no
2 down,
strike.
bases empty, but 1 run across here in the 2nd game of the series. The next offering misses. Ball 2. This one in the air, center field. Doyle sizing this one up, and that will end the inning. Mets draw first blood thanks to this solo homer. It's now 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. There's Ryan McMahon now. When you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list.
Stud. When you look at players like this, you play that hot corner, got to be pretty courageous over there with the way balls come off the bat. That's the kind of guy that every year you expect him to be in the All-Star game and have a Gold Glove, if not a Platinum Glove.
So what are the skills you look for that make a really good defensive third baseman that elite?
Well, one of the things I think about immediately are just the feet. Does he have good feet? Is he able to quickly react? And when you have good feet, you've got soft hands. And soft hand defenders are able to make tough plays look easy.
Owen Miller digging in for the Rockies. Breaking ball misses down and away.
1-0.
Holmes, a righty that throws with power. 31 years old, and he was selected for the All-Star game last year. And a big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ground ball left side. In plenty of time to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Well, off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
Here's the rookie right fielder. In the air, right side of the infield. McNeil. And that is that. Offense held in check there. Down to the bottom of the 2nd. It's the Mets 1 and the Rockies 0. Back here at Citi Field, bottom half of inning number 2. Here's Jesse Winker.
Winker.
Okay, you asked for it. About to go no string ab on him. I'm from that bully where bullies were quick to spaz on him. That's me.
Woodford back to work. And that
No,
one's a
that's a
little
ball.
bit
Too
low.
low.
And that is ball 1. Here's the swing and a line drive and a base hit into right field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Batting 6.
Tried to get inside on him, but he was ready for it. Just kept his hands in and turned on the pitch. Quick bat through the zone.
So up next, Mark Vientos.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently. Just 1 hit in his last 5 games.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Winker on his way to third. The throw in. And he's out.
Hey, as a former center fielder, I'm feeling pretty good right now. That's an excellent job by this guy to come up throwing and deliver a strike to third base. Now, for the offense, that's a tough one to swallow because you never want to lose a runner in scoring position by making it out at third base.
Jeff McNeil stands in. Double play ball to second to Tovar. And that's 2.
Yeah, you're out.
So no runs on 2 base hits, no errors, and no one left. We head on now to the top of the third. It's the Mets 1 and the Rockies nothing. And we're back. All set for the start of the inning. Thairo Estrada to the plate. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does.
And down on strikes he goes, and there's one away.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Kyle Farmer digging in for the Rockies. And that one clips the corner.
The hitting's going to come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
1 out, bases empty.
Ball 1. 1-1.
Next offering is in for a strike. Hit on the ground to short. Lindor on the run, throw to first, and very nicely done for the out.
Batting 9, the catcher, Jake Woodford.
And now Jacob Stallings. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. 2 out, space is empty. Swings through that one out in front that time.
1 ball, 1 strike.
A little bit low.
No.
And it's 2-1. Pop up here, third base side. Fair ball.
Now batting, the center fielder, Brenton Doyle.
So the Rockies lineup turns over. Here's the center fielder, Brenton Doyle. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Swings and misses, struck him out. So 1 hit is all they get. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Mets 1 and the Rockies nothing. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
Alvarez.
Line drive, caught.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Fires over to first. And 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
And now it's Frankie Lindor. He's already homered in this game. Rips one to right. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is the third out of the inning. Mets go down quickly, but they're on top 1-0. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. There's a strike.
All these Rockies just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Swing and a ground ball. Throws across the diamond. That's the first out in the top of the fourth.
Well, a well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
Now it's the shortstop, Ezekiel Tovar. Hit on the ground to short. Whips it to first.
He's out.
And a couple of quick outs.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Late swing, foul to the left. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. 0-2 now. Just misses with that one.
1-2.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. On the ground right side. He steps on the bag, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Mets 1 and the Rockies nothing. Back here in Queens, bottom 4. Here's a big power threat. Juan Soto. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging too. Out towards right center. That's well struck. On the warning track, and hauls it in.
Thought that was a no-doubter. Like the wind was holding that in this ballpark.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. To third, McMahon. To first, and that takes care of Alonso.
Now batting, left fielder, Brandon
2 out, space is empty. Here's Brandon Nimmo. He's 0 for 1. That misses the zone. Ball 1. Line drive, Estrada. And that is the inning. 3 up, 3 down for him there. We played 4. It's the Mets 1 and the Rockies nothing. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Holmes back to work. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul.
All these Rockies, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They've got players in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Up with it, fires to first. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
And now the right fielder flied out his first time. Ground ball up the middle. McNeil tosses to first. He's out. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, the second baseman, Thairo Estrada.
Thairo Estrada went down on strikes his first time through. Estrada in his 6th season, 29 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nothing doing for the Rockies. They trail here 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton. And set to get us started. Bottom 5. Jesse Winker.
Okay, you asked for it. About to go Nostrum Ave on 'em. I'm from that bully where bullies were quick to spaz on 'em. That's me, homie. Fatigues on me. Streets in me. The flow is cold, but you know that I got that.
And that one popped in the air, left field. Jones makes the grab, 1 away.
Now batting, third baseman, Mark.
Now the third baseman, Mark Vientos. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
These hitters are going to have to find a way to be a little more patient, see more pitches per at bat. Otherwise, that bullpen's not going to have to work over there, and it's going to be advantage pitching all game long.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a bouncer towards third. Tosses to first, and that is out number 2.
The batter, number 1, second baseman, Jeff.
And now here's Jeff McNeil. He hit into a double play his first time up. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out. Nothing across here this half. 5 innings complete. It's the Mets 1 and the Rockies nothing. Kyle Farmer now at the plate. Farmer having more success against left-handed pitching this season, as might be expected. Rolled softly, but that goes foul.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
Battling here as he fouls it away. That missed by a lot, and it's 2-2.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you've got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
And now here is Jacob Stallings. First offering, and it just misses. The Mets leading by a run, and we're the top half of the sixth. Swing and a miss as he was late.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Way out front for strike 2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Brenton Doyle digs in now. 0 for 2 in this one. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
The batter, the left fielder, Nolan.
Dominant performance for him today, Boog. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Digging in, Nolan Jones.
Well, with the tying run at first base, he's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on, drive it into a gap, and score that run from first base.
Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball 2. Right through there for a strike.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
Liner, base hit. And now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Couple of singles back to back. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat, just kind of muscled it out there. And on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes. Chance now to even this game, if they can put a ball in play, maybe an error, maybe a hit.
And now Ezekiel Tovar. Two outs. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Runners on first and third, 2 away. And a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 8.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there. Sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Bottom of the 6th. And now the catcher comes up to him. Francisco Alvarez. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
No, that's outside.
Next pitch is outside. Swing and a base hit. And they have their first base runner since the 2nd inning.
He was all over that one. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
That's out to center field. Doyle. And there's one away.
Now batting, the shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Francisco Lindor. He's already homered here in this one. Swung on, belted. That one back. Hauls it in on the warning track. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. One hit in the inning, but no one left. We're through 6 full. It's the Mets 1 and the Rockies nothing.
Now pitching for
The Mets with a new arm on the mound, Sean Reed Foley.
Well, he's got electric stuff coming out of the pen. His strikeout rate, though, is through the roof so far this season.
Well, one-run game. Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. And a swing and a miss there.
0-2.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
And the batter now, Owen Miller. That one's in there, and it's 0-1. Holding on to a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss at a slider.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Number 82 at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
Just missed. Check swing, and he went. And the count 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Full count.
Ground ball to the right side. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Rockies. 1-2-3 go the Rockies. And it remains 1-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now it's Juan Soto.
And still looking for that hit to keep this streak going. And this might be his last shot at it, Boo.
First pitch misses.
Well, these Mets, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
That one the other way. And that gets down for a base hit. And a good start to the inning Well, he waited until the 7th, but that's the
Now
knock
batting,
that'll
first
extend his
baseman,
hitting streak. Singy, how much does it
Oh,
weigh on your
Rocco.
mind when you're coming to the plate in the late innings with a streak going?
Yeah, quite a bit. And a hitter's supposed to say he's only focused on the current at bat. But, man, honestly, it's hard not to know that if you don't come up with the hit, your streak's over. So it's there, at least in the back of your mind.
And that's way high, and that's ball 1.
Well, it's been a very impressive outing so far. His command has been a big part of it. Even when he misses outside the strike zone, which is exactly what a pitcher wants.
Ground ball left side, could be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. On to first, double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was
fielder,
far from
number 9,
routine. That's the one
Brandon
thing about big leaguers. They make tough
Nimmo.
plays look simple.
Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. And he grounds 1 to the right side. Handles, throws to first. Out number 3. 1 hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. 8th inning coming up. It's the Mets 1 and the Rockies nothing.
Now pitching for
Here's
the
a
New
new
York
pitcher
Mets.
from the pen, Ryan
Number
Stanek.
55.
Well, the best relievers love the
Wrong.
opportunity to come in and protect the
Damn
tight
it.
lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Well, 1-run game. So in now for Colorado, Tyro Estrada, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Pitch is in there. It's 0-1.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
And there's 1 down.
Man, that's so frustrating. You hit the ball hard. You understand the situation. You want to get on base and try to score that tying run, but no reward right there, and just going to have to sit on it.
Farmer in the box now. Takes strike 1. Late with the swing there.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Makes the grab for the second out. Here's the catcher, Jacob Stallings. 1 for 2.
They hope he's the guy to spark a comeback. He tends to play better when his team is behind, so why not him?
And a strike right through there. That one at triple digits. Stanek, 33 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Looking to get the tying run on base.
2-1.
And there's a ball.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
In the air to left center. Nimmo makes the grab, and that's the inning.
Now pitching for
Back now,
Colorado.
new pitcher on the mound as we roll
Number
into the bottom of the
52.
8th, Scott Alexander.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Jesse Winker getting ready to hit. He has singled and he is fly to left.
Winker.
On the ground out to short, and it's through for a hit. And the leadoff man aboard. And now Mark Vientos. struck. That one's carrying. And out of here. He nails one out to right. His 11th of the year, and they add to the lead. It's 3-0. He ambushed him right there, Siggy.
Yeah, swinging on that first pitch, and I think losing one over the fence is exactly what he had in mind as well. His bat looks like it's in the zone for such a long time, and that gives him the ability to get barrel on it and hit the ball out to any part of the park.
Now it's the second baseman, Jeff McNeil. Bunting for a hit. McMahon fires to first on the run. In time. Got him.
Well, I'm pretty sure he took a look around the infield to see where they were playing before laying that one down. And everyone is playing back. You assume that's going to be a pretty easy knock, but he just couldn't put it down in the right spot to allow him to beat that out. Maybe the right idea, but he just couldn't pull it off.
On the ground, Tovar throws to first in time, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor.
2 down, base is empty, and stepping in for New York, Tyrone Taylor. Up the middle, Tovar whips it to first on the run. What a play, inning over. Mets add 2 runs on this blast. Last chance coming up for the Rockies.
Now pitching for the Mets, number 39, Edwin Diaz.
All set to start the 9th in this one. And now the center fielder, Brenton Doyle. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
Diaz, multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a 2-seamer. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least 1 run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
Jones in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
Swing and a foul out of play. The Mets leading by 3 here at the top of the 9th. Got him swinging. Now only 1 out remaining.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
On the ground, and this should do it. To first, nice pick and a ball in the dirt, and that ends the ball game.
When you win 5 in a row, the confidence just goes to another level, and you start to gain this momentum, and you think that you're never going to lose a game again because things are clicking up and down the lineup. Pitchers are pitching. The team is making the plays defensively. This is the kind of feeling, it's not going to last all season long, but you want to ride it as long as you possibly can. Perhaps push it up to double digits.
A shutout in this one, 3-0 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show,